So what's up, viewers? You're welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time of you coming across my YouTube channel, please do what to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video if you're a rabbit farmer, comment on this video if you want me to do any other video pertaining rabbits. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to take care of your rabbit babies to avoid death. Yes, how to take care of your rabbit babies to avoid death. So first of all, if you are losing your bunnies, that's your newly born babies that are coming. If you are losing them, you aren't gonna be making any money from rabbits. You're not gonna be making any money from rabbits if you are losing those babies. So that's the first thing you need to target on how to make them survive, especially through the first hours of them giving birth, then the first 10 days before they open their eyes, the first 6 weeks for me, but some people can do 1 month for weaning, the first 6 weeks before weaning, then after weaning, how to make them survive successfully. So taking care of your rabbit kids eventually starts from when you take the female to the male. Yes, that is actually when it starts. When you take the female to the male, that is where starting to take care of the kids start from. Because the reason is because taking your female to the male, you need to be very, very careful of the kind of male you are taking your female to. Yeah, really need to be careful of the kind of male you are taking your female to. The male really needs to be a big one, and it really needs to be active. Because if your male is not a big one, like if he's not older than the female, as they say, big healthy male gives you big healthy offspring, and small males give you little offspring. So that's what you need to be careful of. You need to be careful of the male. You make sure the male is older than the female by some months. Yes, that is the first thing. And also make sure the male you are taking your female to, they are not siblings. Yes, make sure they are not siblings, because once the male you are taking your female to and your female, they are siblings, you have blood issue, because that is inbreeding. It's a wrong practice in rabbit farming. So you really need to be careful of that. So first of all, get good healthy male to cross your rabbits. Then make sure they are not siblings. So try to get your breeding stock from a different line. Make sure they are from different line. Make sure they are not brothers, so that you won't have a problem when your kids are coming. Because when your kids come, they might end up dying because of that particular fact. So another stuff I want to be talking about is handling the kids. Handling the kid, that is carrying them. Maybe if anyone eventually goes out from the next box, you need to be able to handle them. Because if you can't handle them, they are really very, very small. They look like rats. If you can't handle them, if you are scared of rats, if you can't hold them, you might end up dropping them and they might die. So you really need to be careful. You need to learn how to handle those kids, how to carry them in case you want to shift them from a particular side, or sometimes they do roll or stuff like that. If they go out of the nesting box, you really need to know how to hold them, and you should not be scared of them, so that when once they just shake a bit, you might just drop them. Like I had a friend who lost one through that. The kid dropped from his hand, and the rabbit just died instantly. So handling is also a key thing you really need to know how to do. Yes, handling is also a key thing you really need to know how to do. The next thing you need to take care of is the pregnant rabbits. Yes, once your rabbit is pregnant, that is one of the most delicate parts of this particular video I'm doing. Once your rabbit is pregnant, you really need to know what to do. For me, once my rabbit becomes pregnant, I reduce the quantity of feed I give to them. I give them more of greens and hay. Yes, I give them more of greens and hay. The reason is because pellets increases the amount of fat in their body. Yes, and hay is like a natural stuff they do eat in the bush. So I like giving them hay and greens, so that they will be very, very healthy. And as it is in human beings, when a woman is pregnant, she needs enough food so that she'll give birth to a healthy baby. So same in rabbit too. You really need to feed it very well so that she'll give birth to healthy kids. Because when you don't tend to feed her very well, when she gets hungry, her body will break down some of the kids. into little quantity, and it will be breakdown and turn into food. I don't know if you guys understand me. It will turn into food inside her, and you won't even understand. She might take in up to 9 kids, and because you are not feeding her very very well, she might take in up to 9 kids. Because you are not feeding her very well, she might end up giving birth to 6 or 5 kids, because some of them have died inside her. Yes, so you need to be careful of, like, you need to be able to take care of the pregnant rabbit. Yes, I've talked about taking care of the pregnant rabbit, giving the pregnant rabbit balanced diets. I also talked about that. I reduced the number of this thing pellet I give to them. I reduced the number of pellet I give to them. So I increased the hay and the greens I feed to them. So you can also do that. And another thing also is making your nesting box. Yes, making your nesting box is very very important. Making a nesting box. Let me show you guys what a nest box looks like. Yes, this is what my nest box look like. Yours might not be this big. Yours might be small. This nest box is very very important. Yeah, some people see it as something, as an additional something that is not really necessary, but they don't know it's one of the most important things you need to have when you are starting a rabbit farm. It's one of the most important things you need to have, because once your rabbit wants to give birth and you don't put her in this nest box, she might just litter her kids all around the cage, and it might not be a really nice experience for you. So you really need to make your nest box like this, and I already made a video on how to make this nest box, so you can go and check out that video on how to make the nest box by yourself. Some people tend to try to save too much and not want to spend to care for the rabbit, so they might end up losing rabbits, like, because during the rainy season, the cold season, yeah, let me use the cold season for those people that during the rainy season, during the cold season, this nest box provides a lot of shelter for those little kids. It provides a lot of shelter for those little kids, so that once the mother gives birth in here, all this place covers the cold. The cold will not come inside as it comes into the cage like that. And also it gives them sort of shelter. You know, those their mothers, they really need privacy when they are taking care of their kids. They need privacy. So once they go in here, they have the privacy they want, and they come here and breastfeed their kids and do their thing and go. Yeah. Some people put the mesh under the nest box, like on the floor. Some people put net, but I don't put it. I have my own reasons for not putting it. Yeah, I already said that reason in the video I did about nesting boxes, so you can go and check out that video. So the next thing I'm going to be talking is keeping good record. Here, keeping good record is also one of the key things you need to do in taking care of your rabbit kid. Keeping good record, because once you keep a good farm record, you find it hard losing your rabbit kid, like being taken unaware. What I mean by taking unaware, like coming in one day to your rabbit's cage, and you now see that your rabbit has given birth without you knowing. If you keep a good record, you will not be taken unaware like that. So you'll be very very aware when you keep a good record. Once the day you are taking your rabbit for breeding, you need to record that day. You need to record it when you are taking the rabbit for breeding. If you have a successful breeding, you record it down, so that when once is like 3 days to the rabbit kindling, you take in your nest box, put a little cloth or dry leaves inside it, then you put it in your rabbit. Like if you check one of my rabbits here, she will soon litter in the next 2 days. I just put in the nest box today. It's just the remaining one I have that is almost kindling today. Yeah, so I just put in the nesting box. So you need to keep a very good farm record. That is also another thing. Making sure your rabbit kid is fed. When your rabbit has given birth, when your rabbit has kindled, when your rabbit has successfully given birth, you need to make sure they have been fed. This is one of the mistakes some rabbit farmers do. By the time their rabbit gives birth, they won't know if the kid has given birth or not. They will just leave the mother there, thinking the mother can just do everything. Although the mother can do everything on their own, yes, but you need to be checking them. Check them if their stomach is big. Once you go and see their stomach is big, you know that they have been fed. If you check them and their stomach is not big, and you check them from time to time, their stomach is not big, trust me, if you go for some hours and come back, you will still see that rabbit might end up dying because that rabbit has not eaten. So once you check and you see that the rabbit's stomach is flat, you need to take the mother and you do what is called force feeding. I made a video on that. You can also go and check out that video on force feeding. Sometimes the mothers, some of the mothers are not very good mothers. They don't take care of their kids, especially the first time mothers. Maybe when the kids are breastfeeding, it somehow tickles them, or they don't even know what has happened to them, why they have given birth. They don't know. They are just ignorant of what have happened to them, so they are confused. So sometimes the first time mothers, they do not take care of their kids like that. So you can just help her force feed the kids, then pull some of their fur. If they did not pull their fur, then you make sure the kids are well fed, because it's very, very important. When once they don't eat, they will surely die. So another thing I'm going to be talking about here is try to separate the male from the female when you have when you have successfully crossed the rabbit. Try to separate the male from the female. Some people just take the female and put it in the cage of the male and leave it for this and go away for this and just leave it there. Even till when the female has given birth, they'll just leave the male there inside the female cage. It's not a really good practice, because sometimes when the female gives birth, the male tends to be very, very aggressive on the kids, because they are very, very territorial animals. Maybe he will not want to see other animals growing around it or stuff like that. Or if the male is not aggressive, maybe if any of those kids come out, he might mistakenly step on them, or he might purposely step on them, or he might even go inside the nest box and step on them. Or maybe if all this does not happen, he might be also breastfeeding in the female too, because I've heard some people saying they see their male breastfeeding on their female, that are breastfeeding, they see their male breastfeeding also. So you don't want to put them together, you want to separate them, you want to make sure they are separated. So that's another thing you need to do. So another thing here is make sure the mother rabbit does not have sharp nails. Yeah, this is another thing. This one is a very, very easy stuff. When once your rabbit want to kindle, if you see they have sharp nails, you can just trim their nails off. That one is an easy stuff. So female rabbits not having enough milk. So some people complain about their female rabbits that are not having enough milk to breastfeed. Sometimes if they are breastfeeding, maybe their kids will not be sucking or stuff like that. You can foster the kids. Take the kids to a mother that have enough milk. Or if you just have one female rabbit and you don't have any kids, you don't have any mother to foster to, you can give the kids you can give the mother moringa leaf. You can give the mother moringa leaf, and you give her enough of water, and it will increase the quantity of milk she has inside her. Yes, you can give her moringa leaf, then you give her enough water to increase the quantity of milk she has inside her. So make sure you check the nesting box for the dead rabbits here. Sometimes some people do not check their nesting box, inside their nesting box, to know if some of the kids have died. So you need to be checking the nest box from time to time, because sometimes if any kid has died there, the mother will try to take out that one that have died with her teeth, because she will see that one is cold. She will know the cold ones are the dead ones, then the warm ones maybe are the ones that are alive. When she tries to pick those ones that are cold with her mouth, she might end up harming the ones that are alive. So you don't need that to happen. You can just be checking from time to time. If you see any dead one, you just take it out. Or even if their mother does not even harm it, ants will start coming to that nesting box because of those dead ones, and they might end up entering the ears of those ones that are still alive. So you need to be checking from time to time. I see people saying you don't need to be touching them. Although I've not had an experience of touching and the rabbits reject the kids, but you don't need to over touch them. If there's no reason for that, you don't need to touch them. If you don't have a reason touching them, you don't touch them. But just go and check, just pull the fur, just take out the fur a bit, check if they are still complete, and if all of them are still breathing, then you can just cover them up again. So make sure they are strong and they are healthy. So once you want to win your rabbit, I will advise you guys to get multivitamin. Yes, multivitamin, it works very, very well. As you are winning them, give them multivitamin so that they'll be eating very well. Because once they are not eating very well, you guys know what will happen. They will surely die. So you need them to be eating very, very well. If you do all this, trust me guys, your rabbits will be 100% safe. The rabbit, you won't be losing bunnies anyhow if you do all this. So thank you guys. If you do find this video helpful, please and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are yet to subscribe. Like this video, share it to other rabbit groups, share it to other rabbit farmers so that they can also benefit from this video. Once again, thank you guys for taking me to 1K subscribers. Guys, we are going far. Thank you. Subscribe, like, comment. If you want me to do any other video pertaining rabbits, comment. Thank you once again. Do have a nice day. Peace out.